Welcome back to our channel, Trendline Forex here, 21st of August. It's Wednesday. We're going to have a look at gold and I'm going to share with you what is my point of view and what I think will happen next, so you can be prepared for any setups that may occur soon here on this instrument. All right, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. I'm sharing videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm looking at 3 different instruments. So whichever pair you're trading, you will know what to expect, what kind of setups to look for, and obviously this is going to be very helpful for your own personal trading. Now, looking at the daily time frame, we've recently broken above 2500. Okay, again, we're at all-time highs at the moment. Price is currently trading around 2516, as you can see on my screen. And since we are trading at all-time highs, there are no higher levels than current price levels. Okay, nothing to look at as our target level, right? So all we have to work with is basically psychological round numbers. So if we've just broken above 2500, well, I would be expecting that 2600 would be my next target, okay? And then 2700 and so on and so on. Now, a lot of traders, probably most of the traders out there are expecting that since we're at all-time highs, there's basically unlimited potential for price to continue higher. And although this is kind of true, I want you to understand that even though we've just broken above 2500 and we are in a bullish trend, which is by the way confirmed on all time frames, even though we can easily continue higher, okay, we can also form a pullback, a deeper retracement. Now, we don't really know what's going to happen. Yes, we've broken above previous all-time highs, but we may see a deeper retracement. Now, even if you look at the daily time frame only, all right, as our minimum retracement level, which would be the 38.2 on the last daily move right here, we place the Fibonacci retracement. We've got the 38.2, which is at 2,467. Okay, now if price continues slightly higher, just that short pullback will be over $100 move. Okay, so we can expect quite a bit fluctuation in price here. Something else that I want you to pay attention to, or at least to keep in mind, is that when we traded gold previously at, let's say, levels around 1500, not 2500, right? The daily price movement and the fluctuations of the market on a daily basis were, let's say, 1 to 2%, whatever. What I'm trying to say is that what we can expect as daily fluctuations today when gold is trading even above 2500 will be more than it was when it was trading down at 1500. Okay, so proper risk management is key for you to be a profitable trader, not just on gold, obviously every other pair as well. But since we are talking about gold today, and especially with this instrument, considering that we're currently trading at all-time highs, we can expect a lot more movement throughout the trading session than we had before when gold was trading $1,000 less. Okay, and so if you've used a fixed lot to trade gold before, let's say one lot on every entry, you cannot do that now, or at least you shouldn't. Okay, you only have to work with a percentage of your account balance. That's how you should calculate your risk and potential loss and profit on each one of your entries. But let's talk about some trading setups. Now, that was the daily time frame. Obviously, I'm going to drop down to a lower time frame. And even though if you've watched my videos previously, you probably know I'm more of a conservative trader. So I'm looking for trades on the 1 to 4 hour time frames. And I really want to see a strong confirmation before I enter a trade. But what I'm giving you as information doesn't mean it cannot be useful if you are a day trader. In fact, I would say probably most of the traders in our channels are looking at the lower time frames as well. All right, so the on our email newsletter, where we send out weekly updates on gold and some other instruments as well, on Monday we talked about this setup right here, the breakout, okay, the pullback, and I wanted to see price basically retesting those previous highs right here around 2480 level. Now, we didn't quite get that tap into our level. As you can see, we turned around slightly higher, However, some people managed to get into some trades here. All right, so that's amazing. Now that was our first setup for a continuation to the upside. Okay, we then had a retest of that higher structure right here with a nice rejection wick. So some people managed to get in a long trade here on gold. So that's great. However, price hasn't really moved that much to the upside. Now, short term, we may even break above this most recent high here. But in order for me to look for setups, I really want to see price retesting some lower structure. So let's say, for example, we've got this level right here, which is pretty much the most recent low. Okay, and we've also got this low right here where we've got again some previous structure. Now, if we see market tapping into one of those levels and giving me a nice rejection signal, all right, let's say a candle like this with a long wick to the downside, taking out all the stop losses below this structure, well, then that would be a valid entry signal for me. So I would be looking for a continuation to the upside. Now, if we break below this low, then this is going to be the next structure to look for potential entries. All right. So this is pretty much the setups that I'm looking for here on gold. Obviously, if you are trading the lower time frames, if you're really looking for those very precise entries, you can drop down to a lower time frame, expect short-term continuation to the upside. However, if you see some rejections around this previous high or slightly above it, then you can expect that price will probably drop to retest some lower structure as well. Now, it's very important to understand that entering long, if let's say we come up here, as soon as we break above this high, some people will try and get into a long position. Now this is quite risky. Okay, what could happen is, even though they're looking for a breakout trade, or basically they want a confirmation from the market that it will continue higher, so that's why they're looking at this previous high. As soon as price breaks above, I assume a lot of traders will enter a long trade. But what could happen is we may form on the higher time frames, we may form a rejection wick and a candle close down here. Now, this type of signal is exactly the opposite. I will be then expecting a retracement. So that's why it's very risky to enter a trade at the highest point in price. We're literally at all-time highs and we're trying to get into a long trade. All right, not the best price to buy, right? So that's why I want to see some pullbacks before I start looking for continuation trades to the upside. All right, like I said, proper risk management is key. And let's say even if you get an entry signal around here, all right, you enter a long trade, but the market takes you out and continues lower, that's fine. You're looking for another entry signal down at the previous bottom. All right, if you get another entry signal here, you can give it a try again. Okay, now this is what I'm kind of looking for. Obviously we've got a few more opportunities across the rest of the instruments, and this is what we talk about on a daily basis, all right, in our premium Telegram channel. If you are interested, check out our website or get in touch with us. There will be some links in the description below this video. And if you're not ready to join the premium channel, then have a look in our free Telegram channel. Again, there's going to be a link for that in the description below this video as well. All right. I would love for you to leave a comment below this video. Let me know what you think about this setup and if you're actually trading gold. And I'll see you in the next one on Friday.